Today I want to take a quick little look at an inside the waistband holster, something people wouldn't ordinarily find in your local gun store, or something you're not going to find on every gun website. Try and give you a better look at the profile of it above the pant line. Pretty simple setup, just 2 belt loops, just like a summer special, the Milt Sparks holster that originated this style. A lot more to it than that, though. It's actually pretty complex. We'll take it off and I'll show you a little bit more about what's going on there. Alright, here we go. This is a Safariland inside the waistband holster for the Smith & Wesson J-frame, and I just kind of picked this up one day looking for a J-frame holster inside the waistband. I wasn't looking for anything in particular. I said, hey, I guess I'll try this. I've got a local store that sells mostly to police departments and carry a lot of duty gear. 90% of it I would never even think about buying, but this actually really, really nice. Take the gun out of that. It's rough side out leather, so it's very grippy. As much as I don't want to use the word grippy. Sticks in your pants. It will stay where you put it. Also, these loops are the stiffest I've ever seen on a holster like this. It's a good thing. They stay in place. They're not going to slide around. They're not going to move. I mean, you can see just how they're like springs. So rough side out keeps it in place in your pants. The inside is... I've only ever seen this treatment on leather in Safariland products. Someone gave me a pocket holster once, and it was very similar to the way this is made. The inside is almost, you can hear that, it's almost like a hard plastic or a Kydex, and I'm assuming it's just some kind of treatment they do to the inside of the leather to harden it. So when you draw, or I mean, you can almost hear that. It sounds like and feels like a Kydex holster that's molded for retention. So that works extremely well. I mean, this holster is just about everything I want in an inside the waistband holster. And I've tried them all. The Crossbreed, the MTAC, all the inside the waistband holsters, I've tried them. And this is just like perfect simplicity. You could go with the original, the Milt Sparks Summer Special, which is, this basic design, 2 loops. And then Galco makes a version that's really popular they call it the Summer Comfort. But for the money, I would take this any day over the Galco. Any day. And I mean, I think it's right about the same price point. I got this for $62.95. And it comes in this zipper bag. Nothing came with it. No instructions. No nothing. But, and again, I suppose you don't need a lot of instructions. For the money, this thing is fantastic. Like, you could not do better for 62 bucks. I love the way it works. There's just so much attention to detail on things that are simple, like rough out and that smooth, hardened inside. But you just don't see that in a lot of, big mainstream holster makers. It's really, really nice. The only thing I don't like about it, and I've learned to deal with this, is that it has no cant. It is a neutral canted holster, meaning it drops straight from the belt, which, depending on how and where you're going to carry, isn't a bad thing. A holster like this, you're going to want to carry it 3 o'clock or 9 o'clock, depending right or left-handed, or in front of that. If you push it behind your waist or you push it behind your hip, it's going to feel funny. It's going to ride funny. It's also kind of introduced me to appendix carry because it's very good for that 1 o'clock position because it's a straight drop. Very, very, very nice holster for the money. I originally kind of was squeamish about paying 62 bucks for it because it looked just like, the Galco Summer Comfort, which I've had a couple of, and they really aren't that great. They really aren't. This also seems to ride a little bit lower than those two, but this is twice the holster, 10 times the holster, for the exact same amount of money. Maybe even less, actually. I haven't bought one of those new recently. But fantastic. And I know they make this design for a bunch of other small and large pistols. I couldn't tell you what it's called. All this tag says is 180161. No model name, no model number. And here it says, Smith & Wesson J. So that's about it. It is a fantastic little holster. I got it at a place called Atlantic Tactical. Got one here in South Central PA. I'm pretty sure there's one in Philly, in the Philly area. Great little store, a lot of duty gear. If you're not looking for duty gear, it doesn't hurt to give them a look, because sometimes you'll find stuff like this. Definitely one of the best inside the waistband holsters I've ever seen, for this kind of application especially. Very, very simple, but it gets everything right in its simplicity. Very impressed with it.